Hey everybody. So ignore how burnt I am. I thought that would be a good idea to go outside with a lot of different heavy sun with no sunscreen. So not my best and smartest choice, but we're here and I'm living through the consequences. So yeah, I guess to reflect, it feels like a little surreal. It feels kind of crazy that we were even in Malaysia as of 3 weeks ago at this point, or heading back to like a month ago. I was first getting to Asia as a whole. So I think the experience was so awesome in different ways, but like more so just the way that we can all connect with our interests and be able to bond with each other and have such like close fun interaction with each other, I think was cool. And I also think it was just so interesting to be so remote. I felt like even through like going and camping and doing things up in rural Wisconsin and whatever, I just feel like I never have ever been so, at least I never felt so rural as much as I did in Malaysia. I thought that being out underneath the stars was so cool and so impactful, and being able to just sit back and take in everything and be really immersive in my experience, and having those days where it was like waking up early and going to bed later was helpful in not only in tiring me out, but also in pushing myself to experience the whole day for what it's worth. And just like, I think taking a second and understanding like just the wildlife around you, being so open-minded to the fact that there's literally elephants and orangutans and some cool monkeys around us at all times. Like, I thought that was super cool. And just something that like, I'm out here in Wisconsin, like looking up at the trees and I'm like, there's no monks. Like, where are all the monks? Obviously there's no monks. But it's just a little bit different. And I think it brings me to a little bit more of like a perspective on what it's like in my own community, and getting more excited for things like, even though we don't have monks, I'm still excited to see like the little squirrels that cross the road and our native songbirds. I've been really interested in connecting with seeing all of our white-tailed deer, even though they may or may not be close to elephants. I think it's just set me into taking a perspective, like looking and actually exploring with my eyes before I start thinking about all the things I have to do all day and constantly in the work mindset, and just connecting as like into nature more and being more present and seeing what I have for wildlife around me. I think another cool thing that I learned in Borneo was to look down instead of up. So I was still looking up for monks, and I was looking up all the time at like the stars, but also being able to take a step back and look down at the tractor millipedes and look down at just like the cool critters and invertebrates that we have around us at all times. Right now I'm surrounded by this little ant family and lots of mosquitoes and all kinds of fun stuff, but I've been taking a look at like all kinds of wonderful spiders and insects and stuff that we have here, and it just brought me to a little bit more of like a slower perspective of like looking at the smaller things in life too. So yeah, I mean, I think bringing me out of my challenging zone a little bit, in the sense of being in the middle of nowhere, but also being able to meet a whole bunch of awesome people and kind of depend on that camaraderie to make through like 10 long, hot, sunny days, to be honest, and seeing everybody brighten up at their own favorite things, like seeing everybody get really amped up about tractor millipedes or the cool primate we saw that day, or even just like being able to do art in the jungle. Everybody has their own form of expression, and seeing everybody shine was really exciting to me, and it was just really beautiful to reflect on, I think, as a whole. And it was something that like I've really found to be really beautiful in other EEs too, and seeing everybody kind of form their own connections and bonds and branch out throughout the entire experience. So yeah, I think this one was definitely a little bit more of like a different course than it was when I went to Belize, but I think that both experiences that I've had so far have been just super awesome at bringing me into a little bit more of a challenge and a growth mindset for sure. So yeah, I'm really excited to see also what we do for all of our projects this fall. So stay tuned. I have to start thinking about mine, but I'm feeling like crickets and the food for the future has got to be in there somewhere. So toodaloo.